Good afternoon and welcome.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us again. I'm back with our lovely John. I'm
Yay.
Diane.
I'm John.
You're John.
And
yes,
I'm next
you
door.
are John.
Yes.
And he's not next door, he's here. So the brand is John Next Door. The channel you're watching us on is Live Shopping VIP, and we are delighted to have your company. You are more than welcome to join in the conversation in the comments section, whether you're watching on the website, Facebook or Instagram. So ask us questions and John will do his best to answer. I'll try and answer, but I'm not as seasoned a crafter as John when it comes to these products. But yeah, absolutely get involved. So we have, it's kind of a new way of shopping. We're getting new viewers all the time. We have a lot of new people on the website today.
Right.
So I do want to go over how you actually shop. So over to the side, you will see some codes appear and you'll see that we have shop frames. So shop frame is the code that you pop into the comment section, which will add this to your basket. So all you do is type shop frame into the comments wherever you're watching. That will then send you a message to your inbox. If you are watching on the website, you'll see a little red basket appear on the screen. But if you're watching on social media, you get a message to your inbox. Then once you finish watching the show, you can shop all the products on the show. Once John's finished his fabulous demonstrations at the end of the hour, then you can go to any of those messages, click on go to cart, it will take you to the website. That was then how you check out your basket, and then the products will be winging their way to you before you know it.
Yes, they're actually in the warehouse starting packing some already.
We had a lot of orders this morning. It was very busy,
They were
wasn't it?
already packing them. As I was speaking to Uncle Peter,
yes,
he said, yeah, we're already got them packed, started packing the first lot.
Amazing, we love that. So, okay, so this collection here is the one that we've launched today. And this is, when we say we've launched it today, we've actually launched it today, haven't we,
You've
John?
launched it today. This hasn't been available anywhere else. It isn't available anywhere else yet.
Okay.
So if you want to be the first to get it, you have to get it here.
Okay.
And yeah, you've launched it. So you've which I
nice.
love that because it enables me to talk it through.
Yeah.
And explain it.
Yeah.
Rather than it just sort of go out. Because there's a lot to go through and explain with this.
Absolutely, yes. So shop frame will pop it into your basket for £46.96. So you've got a £4 saving when you buy the collection, which is the 3 die sets that you're seeing there and the red cardstock. So you do have options to buy the 3 die sets on their own, and that would be shop leaves. So if you pop that into your comments, you're going to spend £38.98 today, and that will get you the 3 die sets. We do have the die sets available individually. So shop Zora will get you the flowers, shop Circles will get you the notched circles frame, and shop Vine will pop the vine leaves into your basket for you. Now, I've given you a lot of codes there. John, let's get into the detail of the product. I feel a bit like we should do another do-si-do because we swapped places before, didn't we? But I feel like you should be on this side.
Yeah, let me go and grab these.
Okay,
sorry.
no problem.
We've kind of moved it all round.
We've swapped studios, so it's a little bit different in this one. So.
Right, so you're going to get all 3 die sets, but the main thing on this is the first of the new sort of frame maker die in this notched format, and it's a slightly different format. Yeah. And the whole idea of the frame maker die is one single die cuts you this. Okay. In one pass, it will give you a perfect 3/4 of an inch frame on all 4 sides with the notch and the square in exactly the same place. Okay. So it's basically that. Oops, can never pick one up. Is one pass cut. Okay. So that can frame all of your work, all of your cards, all of your. I mean, I've said it works beautifully with your scenes, and you're building up, and the one I always think about is the one with the gate and the bicycle.
Oh, Village Life.
Is that Village Life? Yeah, I must have seen that so much. Loved that collection. There's the frame to go around it simply. Perfect. But the whole idea of the die set is not that it just does that. So then you have 4 insert dies. Okay. And these drop in to give you this pattern all the way around. Yep. Really simple and easy to do. But of course, so that's effectively 2 dies to start with. Yep. But it's not. Because you could use those in 2 opposing corners. Yep. You can use just 1 in a corner. Yeah, definitely. You could use 3. You've got options. It's not one panel that fits in. But those, because they're separate, you can cut them in like this.
I love it. So you can create your own unique
patterns. That looks like, oh, well, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Yeah. You've not got to have 6, 7 different dies.
It looks like you're getting a huge die set here, but what you're getting is a lot of dies because you've maximised the use of the metal to bring everybody the best value for money.
Exactly. That's why you're getting such a good price. Yeah. We worked out to make that frame, apart from the skill needed, you would need to have a nesting square set and a nesting square notched square set.
And they would have to match size-wise.
And they would have to match size-wise, so
Yep.
they'd have to be mathematically correct.
Yep.
So our set for that, when it comes back into stock, which I think is next week, we're going to bring it on.
Okay, fabulous.
Is £25.
Yep.
You know, your squares are £25.
Yep.
Make that frame is £50.
Yep.
And all it will do is make that frame and lots of other bits.
Yep.
Whereas it's all included in here.
But when you make the frame, it might be a little bit skewed. So the inside may be a little bit off because if you've not got the die that does this for you.
Exactly.
I have had it before where I have been so frustrated trying to cut to perfect frame with my nested dies that I have just given up.
Most people give up on making
Yeah.
frames. They
So
love the framed cards,
Yes.
but they give up on it because
Absolutely.
it's so hard.
It
but
is.
if you hold me that a second,
Yeah.
sorry.
But
I'm
you've
down.
actually made it perfect for us, haven't you?
So that's perfect. So what I can do is take
Now,
the other
John,
die.
An update from
Right.
An update from the earlier show, and we're already busy. Is approaching 40% of the stock of this
Whoa.
new collection has gone.
Whoa, that is a lot. Thank
that is
you.
a lot, yes.
So you see your frame?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. But because you've got that in one fixed piece, you can cut yourself a coloured backer for it.
Okay.
But it matches exactly. But it matches that way, and that way, and that way,
So
and
it's,
that
so it's
way.
absolutely
It's
perfect.
absolutely spot on
Yeah.
every single way. It is so hard to do that with separate dies
Yes.
that most people completely give up.
Yes.
But that's...
I am most people.
Yes, no, I know. I used to have a set of dies that were taped together with sellotape.
And you left them taped.
And I left them taped with
Amazing.
sellotape,
Yeah.
and they were still off.
It's just-
Because the
yeah.
maths wasn't, you can't get it right.
It is so, you've got to be so
Yeah.
precise when you're doing it.
So you're
And
going to
if
get all your
yeah.
centres and everything else with
Yeah,
it. I'll
okay.
show you a lot of that.
Okay.
Then you're getting the Zora flower.
I love this one.
So this is your Zora means dawn in Portuguese. So you're going to get 20 flowers from that one
Yep.
plate. So that will cut out and give you 20 flowers.
Okay.
4 of the large, and then you get 2 of the sort of large of the smaller, 4 and then 4 mini ones. I
Yep.
think I've got one fallen off there. So you're getting all of those in one plate.
I love that.
Then you're also getting the leaves, which have got the same stitch detail as is in the centre panel from
Yep. So you can
the
see
frame
that
die.
detail there
So you've got in the
matches
centre
there as
panel,
well.
so it all ties together but can be
Yep.
used separately. But when you use them together, and this is not even using every single flower die.
I love this. I love
So
the
that's not
detail.
even one full set of
Yeah.
that. But you get all of that detail, and it's so easy to make and complete. And it, I mean, like that, it almost looks like porcelain. Do you know what I mean? I could see that
yeah.
on the side of a vase.
Yep.
So you're getting all of that. Plus,
Yep.
when I was making my samples up, I fell in love with this colour combination.
It is beautiful, isn't it? I mean, it's the time of year where everybody's thinking about a little bit of romance and
Yeah. Oh, and yeah,
just-
you're
yeah.
doing your Valentine's cards. This is perfect.
Yeah.
How many times can you get four reds or pinks that will actually all match and are tonally correct?
Exactly.
Because pink and red are horrible colours to buy.
Especially if you don't get them right.
Yes. Because
It-
pink
it's
and
quite
they
jarring,
can look
isn't it?
really sick sometimes, and I
yeah,
can't, not in the
yeah.
way that the kids say it's sick,
No, it's not thick.
but as in it's just sick, it's off.
Yeah.
But you've got that combination. So what we've included in this is you're going to get 10 sheets each of our canvas card in all
Yeah.
of the 4 colours.
And that card is available on its own, but that is £12.99 on its own. That would be shop red in the comments. But you are getting that included in shop frame, which is £46.96, and you are getting the dies individually as well.
Sorry, because I show you, you know, I think we've also got a pack where you can get both the red and the pinks together.
Yes, that's in
Which
the
I've
shop
put all
wall,
over.
isn't it? Yeah.
But to show you, because the one thing you always say on the card, it is not thrown in.
know.
Everyone loves those.
Amber's just said exactly what I said. So in the first show this morning, John took that out, and I was like, "Whoa, hang on a second, let's talk about that."
Yeah.
So yeah, we're hoping he's going to bring us some of those soon.
But it's core card.
Yeah.
So it's exactly the same colour. It's low, if not no chalk. So it works on your Cricut, your scan and cut. It works on your electronic die cutting machines, as well as die cutting with that beautiful texture. So I wanted you to have everything out of the box.
Yes.
All you need to add is some glue.
Yep.
And if it was me, I would add some of the coconut white card because I use that for everything.
Yes.
But
Yeah, that is.
the
that is a
whole lot
fabulous
is together
product.
in one for you.
Yes, so shop frame is going to pop that whole collection into your basket. So the 3 die sets and the red cardstock for £46.96. That is incredible value for money. when we look at what you're getting here, it is incredible value for money. So you're getting this die set here. So this is your notched circles, and this is your Zorro flower. And what made you choose the word Zorro if it's Portuguese?
Basically, I look for nice words.
Yep.
And then we check them to see if they don't, that make sure they don't mean anything rude.
Yes. That's always a good cross-check.
I know that sounds really weird. I'd rather be completely honest.
Yep.
And I saw Zora written, and I think it's from when Sam went to Portugal, or when we went to Portugal on a cruise a couple of years ago. We stopped in Lisbon, and I saw it then, and it sat in my mind. So I named it on that one, but I made sure I checked it up to make sure it didn't mean anything.
Always a good call.
So that's what I always say, which language it comes from.
Now, we do have another option for you as well. If you didn't want the cardstock, or maybe you can't stretch to that today, but you do want the dies, and you still want to have a saving, we've got the 3 die sets available as shop leaves. That is £38.98 for those 3 items. So that will give you the flowers, the notch circles, and the vine leaves. So that is shop leaves. So shop leaves for just the dies, shop frame if you want the cardstock, you want the best saving that we've got today. And then again, Andrew will cycle through and show you the codes for the individual dies as we go through the show. So
it's very hard working, isn't it, our Andrew?
He
has a lot to do.
He has a few buttons to click, is what he has to do. I'll tell you.
It's quite easy. Sam came and learned. He said it's not that hard.
Actually, I'm going to put out there now that Andrew just said that he could possibly do a show in the future.
Hey.
He said he probably won't, but he said I could do that. Yeah, Amber heard it as well. So it's
I was trying to encourage Amber.
Out there now.
I was trying to encourage Amber to present last week, wasn't I? And I just kept getting lots of head shaking.
They're both just nodding and shaking heads at each other, going.
Show with you.
No.
Yeah.
Andrew and Amber.
The A-team.
The A-team.
Oh, I can even see a new graphic coming out for that.
Yeah, Andrew will be designing that this afternoon. Right, so John, Shop Square is the original of the smaller frame makers.
It is, yeah. So this gives you basically your 6-inch, your 5 3/4 inch, and your 5-inch plain squares. So if I just nip wherever, oh no, they're here. So this is the whole idea of the frame maker. One die that's very, very robust, because this one has been cut, we've worked out, over 300 times.
Now, Leslie has just commented on the Facebook show that these frame maker dies are a game changer. I love them and now use them on every card in some way or other.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Leslie. I have them separately in a drawer next to me to use them for everything.
Yeah. And absolutely, please, guys, get involved. If you've used these products before, if you've got questions about these products, we've got the comment sections there on your social and the website. Please do ask your questions, because if we don't get to them first, then somebody else may answer there for you. So we've got 2 left of the square bundle. Okay.
Right. And that is it.
That is it.
I put together every bundle I could from the stock that we got left from when we launched these.
Okay, so we do have these dies individually as well. And I am just going to tell you that there are also only 2 left of the Deco. So if you wanted the Deco frame maker, which is...
That's the smallest one. That gives you the 5-inch frame.
So that one, if you wanted that one, Shop Deco, there are only 2 of those left. So that is going to... chances are that's going to go in this show. We do also have Shop Celtic and then Shop Georgian. So Shop Celtic is the one John's got there with those lovely Celtic knots for you. And Shop Georgian has that stunning frame.
No, sorry, that one's Georgian.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
That one's Georgian, sorry. That one's Deco.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
I named them. The scary thing is, I design them. I do the graphic side of them. I do the packaging and I do the sample for them. So, and it's me that names them.
Yeah, but John, you do
so there is no excuse for me not getting them right.
But there are a lot of dies in your range now. So I think you can be forgiven.
Well, there are, as of today, there are 505.
Wow. We've topped the
across
500
the 8 years.
Wow,
we've sort of jumped over those 505.
Like a bit of a milestone.
But that includes stamps as well.
Yes.
I include everything the same. So it is a bit of a milestone,
It's a bit of a milestone for the brand,
Yeah, the brand has gone over 500.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Bundle sold out.
Okay, so the bundle's sold out on this one, so no more Shop Square. So we do have the frames available individually. So we've got Deco. Deco is this one.
Yeah. Celtic is this one.
Celtic is this one. And Georgian is the one at the front.
Yes.
So Shop Deco, Shop Celtic, or Shop Georgian for those ones. You can add those to your baskets individually for now, but Deco is the one we've only got 2 left of, and we've not got many of the others either, guys. So if you do want them, then please do be quick. Right, okay, so next we've got the coconut card.
Yes, my absolute favourite.
Yes.
I know I'm supposed to say this. It was a long time for us to develop our own range of card.
Yep.
So, I mean, here, literally, we've just got it in the packs as it comes in packs of 10.
The thing is, when you're developing your own cardstock and you're testing it all, it can be quite a frustrating time, can't it? Because you get one and you think, right, that's perfect. It takes the inks perfectly. Brilliant. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And then you die cut it and it's a little bit frayed on the edge. It's not quite as clean as you want it to be. But this one is.
This one is. Yeah. And I learned so much when doing the card. I mean, you've got a beautiful finished texture. And that's a personal choice.
Yeah.
Because I think a slight texture on a card makes your finished projects look more expensive.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I always think that
Absolutely.
a flat, shiny card looks brassy.
Yeah.
And with a little bit of texture, it looks classy.
A little bit of linen, which is you've got here, or maybe a little bit of hammer texture as well.
Just
but
that
linen
little bit it does.
Beautiful.
And I think it's the other thing is you cannot get that from a card you buy from a shop.
No.
You don't get that finish.
No.
But the other thing is it's a short fibre. If you see what I mean, when I tear it, you're getting no long strings.
Yep.
And that's what means it die cuts beautifully. But it also means it cuts beautifully on things like the scan and cut.
Fabulous.
There's no chalk, so it doesn't drag. And there's no long fibres, which, sometimes your actual scan and cut can jump, can't it?
Yes, yeah.
I've seen Mel saying that.
Yeah.
It's because of the fibre in the card. So you've got beautiful finish. And the fact is, again, if we look at it against the counter, it's a warm white.
It's a warm white. And warm white it's a personal favourite of mine.
Yeah.
I know a lot of you guys out there really love the softness of a warm white because the bright white has its place, absolutely, but it can be a little bit harsh sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially when you're putting it against really rich tones like the reds that you've got in the cardstock and all the other tones.
Exactly. When you've got tonal cards, it doesn't. And when you've got printed, you've got lots of them.
Yeah.
So, when you've got it printed, you've got lots of different colours and tones and things. But this will actually print still.
Okay.
Now, I know that's really unusual.
Nice. Okay.
And you still get the texture. So it almost looks as if you've kind of sanded it a little bit.
Oh, that sounds...
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm going to have to leave you a couple of sheets.
I'm going to have to
leave you a couple of sheets to see if you can try some of your prints on it.
Absolutely.
It makes it look a little bit more canvassy. So I've always keep meaning to try the backgrounds on it.
Absolutely. That sounds very interesting. And I'm guessing as well on this cardstock, if you were to just dust it with a little bit of ink, it would just pick up that texture beautifully.
Picks up the texture beautifully. It takes Mica Magic beautifully because it shows all of the texture and the rise and fall.
Yeah.
And a lot of the inks and a lot of products really work well on it because it's got to do everything because I'm too cheap to buy more than one type of card.
Frugal, John.
Come on.
You want to spend your money on the good stuff.
I come from Chapeltown. I come from literally 20 minutes
Do you
away.
really? I did not know that.
I'm born and bred. Yeah, I went to Ecclesfield Comp. Or Ecclesfield Grammar School as it was just before I joined. But and we were always taught up here. Yeah. You don't waste money. If you buy something, you use it. If you want something and you can afford it, you have it.
Yeah.
But you don't waste money and you don't overbuy.
Yes, you don't overbuy, but also you don't buy the...
Buy cheap, buy twice, as my mum always taught me.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
yes.
Sorry.
Right, now we've seen the cardstock on the back here as we've been walking down the counter. We do have the cardstock available on the shelf. Sorry, let me move my cup of tea out of the way. I do apologise. So you can see here we have fabulous tones of cardstock, and you in this shop pack you are actually going to get 400 sheets of cardstock, and you can see here this is all the same quality that John's got and been showing you in the red, but look at this, it's absolutely stunning cardstock.
I know you like these.
Yes. Shop Pack is going to get this in your basket for you. We do also have a couple of options of Shop Cool, which is the blues and the greens and includes the neutrals, and Shop Warm, which is from the oranges through to the red. So you've got your lovely chocolate browns and your mochas in there as well as all your pink tones and everything in there. My personal favourite is the spring greens, which has got that stunning teal in it that John's just taken out.
Which is why I pulled it out.
It is beautiful cardstock, and again, John, this has got that lovely texture on it.
It has.
And is this the same cardstock as the coconut?
It's made by the same manufacturer, but to get the colour, this is why it took so much longer. To get the actual colour and to get that texture on it, we changed the weight.
Right, okay.
So you're talking your essential card is 250.
Yep.
Your sort of canvas card is 220.
Okay.
Because the optimum point is 220 to 280 for die cutting.
Yeah.
That's always been my thing.
Yep.
But what we actually found is, and going to bore people with science, so I'll try and be very, very quick with it. The more ink and more colour that you add to something, the thicker it gets and the harder it is to cut.
Okay.
Bizarrely.
Okay.
It's a weird combination of GSM doesn't mean a great deal.
No.
It's something that TV channels over the years have really focused on, and it doesn't mean a great deal. It's grams per square metre.
Yeah.
It's actually about the loft of the card. So if you feel that,
Yep.
and then feel your coconut white, there's not an enormous amount of difference.
No, you can see there's not a huge amount of difference there at all. So,
no,
yeah, okay.
But if we go for a 250 in that colour, it feels like a 300 or 310.
Right, okay.
Because of the saturation of colour in the process.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so it's virtually the same.
And you can see, if I get this and hold this steady, you'll be able to see the texture in this as well. It is just beautiful cardstock. The colours are fabulous and the quality is incredible. And it's colour core again. So this is the same cardstock that we've just been talking about with the red, just in all of these amazing colours.
So if I rip this one, then I have to leave it here then.
You do, them's the rules.
Yeah. But you can see it's the same all the way through, which means you don't get that awful edge colour. Yeah. And again, no fraying, even when I'm tearing it, because it's designed to die cut. It's designed to go through the scan and cut. It's low chalk again. I love that it's just a little bit lighter on the inside as well, so you've got that extra edge if you wanted to. So you can tear it for your matting and layering, and it just looks like you've done something along the edge, but all you've done is you've done nothing. You've just torn it, literally. Yeah.
And again, this is chalk-free.
Chalk-free.
Scan and cut.
Scan and cut works perfectly. Die cutting. Also takes your inks. Embosses beautifully, and you don't lose the texture when it embosses. That was going to be my
question.
You do not lose the texture when it embosses.
Okay.
And I think that's really important because again, if you're inking over the top, you want to see the texture in the background. Even the flat areas don't lose any of it.
Amazing. Right. Okay. So we've got a couple of bits of essentials on this corner, and then we're going to get to a demo, John. Cool. We're going to get John.
I'm going to get a card made. I promise.
We will. We will make a card this time.
Just to mention, on this and the other dies. There are 5 videos for this collection already live on YouTube, and they're just videos over my hands, filmed in the craft cave, and me talking through, telling you how to make it stage by stage. Okay. So they're easy, plus full written instructions with colour photos. How do we find all of this? You basically use the QR code on the back of the packaging, if you're technically minded, or if not, you go onto your computer and go into your search bar, and just type in John Next Door YouTube. And it will bring up the channel and the page, and Sam even has like playlists for you.
Yes,
So, you just press play and it'll just play through.
Okay, lovely.
Really, really simple.
And the PDF, that's on the Facebook group?
That's on the Facebook group, which is The Art of Craft with John Next Door and Co.
Okay, there you go. So you know how to find all those. I love that. And I love that they're there already, because that means that once everybody's got their order in, they can actually be watching those and getting ideas for how they're going to craft them.
Or watch now and see what you can make when you get them. Because you're going to get them in a couple of days.
Yeah, they're not long. I mean, these guys are shipping them already. So so let's have a look at these bits we've got down here, John. I'm just going to move my cup of tea again. Sorry, my feathers, my grow cup. Did you? Okay, guys, we were talking before the show. John has never watched a Wallace and Gromit.
Not all the way through.
Not all the way through. I mean, most of them are in 20 minutes, but John has never watched a Wallace and Gromit, which we would just. I was floored. You guys know how much I love them. But also, it then led to me confessing that I've never watched or read Harry Potter. So tell us in the comments what blockbuster that everybody in the world seems to have watched or loved. What about Game of Thrones and things like that? I've never watched that.
No, I've never watched that either.
What have you not watched? Or what are your thoughts on John not watching Wallace and Gromit?
Yeah.
More importantly.
Yeah. Tell me what I'm missing out on. No.
Right. So. Shop tool. Now, we'll show you the 4-in-1 tool when we get to the demo area. Well, actually, no, it's there. I'm going to grab it.
Yeah.
Okay, so shop tool is going to pop both of these items into your basket for £13.49. You're getting the glue eraser, which is invaluable and is for more than glue.
Oh, completely. This is, I mean, I first got my very first one when I went to art college at 16. Yeah. And if anyone is local and wants something, it was Norton College.
Yep.
I
went there for a short spell.
Oh, that would have been after I left, I would imagine.
Oh, I don't know.
I was there when it first opened.
Oh,
That's how old I am.
Okay.
But basically, you can't be without a glue eraser.
No.
For taking marks off a card when you've done it on your plates, for removing any sort of bits of glue that you've got from your tape or anything like that.
Yep.
When you've stenciled and you've got bits of tape stuck on there, it's perfect.
Yep.
It's great for removing bits of pencil, crayon and watercolour, and you can actually rub out, can't you?
Yes.
When you've done a watercolour, you can take out the clouds with it, take that little bit away and stuff. So invaluable.
It is a fabulous product. I have got one, and I bought mine. It's the same product. It's not obviously it's not a John one because I bought it probably 20 years ago, and I think mine. It started out as a square, and it's probably down to about an inch or so now. But it is still working absolutely fine, and these last so long. You said that yours is 2 years old, and yours is still about the same size. Incredible.
I've got one at home that is down to a nubbin, which is probably 20 years old.
Yeah.
Because what you do is you clean them by cutting bits off.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And then it's new again.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Yeah. So
and
the 4-in-1 tool, John.
4-in-1 tool is the everybody used to use. I've got one on there. Do you remember the pokey tools, the long silver ones?
Yep.
It's what everybody used to go on about for years and years and years. Every demonstrator used them. And this is the first time I've actually found a replacement. Because that's what everybody used to use, and you'd have seen hundreds of people using those.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
But this has got the same idea of a steel, proper pokey tool.
Yeah.
But it's so much more ergonomic to use.
Yeah.
It's like a pencil. It's been moulded to fit your fingers. So you've got the brilliant pokey tool. I'd have it for that. But, and a cap for protection.
Yes, absolutely.
Turn it round and you've got a crystal art tool or a pickup tool to pick up your little gems.
Okay.
So you can put a little bit of wax in there. Turn around the other way. You've got your proper wax pickup tool for your paper piecing, picking up your dyes, pearls, gems, crystals, all of that sort of thing.
Okay.
And that's wax, it's not sticky.
Okay.
So you know like they run out of stick?
Yes.
This isn't going to run out of stick because it's wax. I've had this one a year now because I've been testing it.
Really?
Yeah, we don't order anything until I've played with it for 6 months.
Yeah.
To see if I can break it.
Yeah, no, I get it, yeah, we're the same.
And then it turns round and there's a chisel to get your die cuts out when they're stuck. Amazing. Or as you said, to lift your finger lift tape off.
Yeah, because no end of times either I'll break a nail or I'll just sometimes you just cannot get the edge of the tape off.
Exactly, but it's all in one. That's just a simple ergonomic pencil.
Genius.
It's so easy to use.
So much easier when you're crafting on the go.
It really, well, I mean, I have two. So I've one in my kit all the time, then one that sits on my desk all the time.
I would.
But instead of having 8 tools, I've got 2.
Exactly.
I only need 1, but me being greedy means I would have 8.
It's literally like having a pen rather than a pokey tool and a sticky pickup tool and your and trying to get the tape off, the back of the tape off and all of that stuff, and also the little waxy pickup tool.
Or like the ones, when the brushes and you had the little ends for them. Changing the ends was so much of a nightmare. Yeah, this couldn't actually be any easier.
Tell you what, you just reminded me of that I did used to love as a kid was those pencils where you got all the different colours in and you just used to change the colour of them.
Oh, yeah, the little ones that clicked on. Oh, they were fab.
You used to pull the end out, push it in the bottom, and then the new colour would pop out.
I remember that. Oh, they were fab.
We should bring those
back.
And
the big pencil crayons. They had the rainbow across them, the big crayons.
Yes.
Rainbow.
Yes. We should bring those back.
We should.
Right, so we're going round the corner to Shop Glue, and then we're going to do-si-do again. Shall we do-si-do now? Okay, there we go. So Shop Glue is going to get you the roll of the low-tack tape in the dispenser, and you're going to get another roll. Now, those rolls are 30 metres each. You're also going to get the glue glaze and the 3D glue gel. This is $22.99, John?
Yes.
This feels like an incredible price for this amount of product because that's going to last you. So, look, if you didn't see the hour this morning, John gave me a piece of the pink tape, and all throughout the hour, I was literally stood trying to tear it because he said to me, you won't be able to tear it. I was literally just stood pulling it. I think it was probably twice the size of the piece you'd given me by the time I'd done.
Yeah, you've stretched it out. It will not tie.
Yeah.
It will not tear. Yeah. And one of the biggest problems, the 2 biggest problems we have with the dye tape that I've used in the past, the clear one that everyone used to use, apart from the price, which was crazy. It would tear when it went through your die cutting machine. Yeah. You could tear it off the roll, and it would leave glue behind.
Yes.
Which is one of the main reasons all the craft companies started doing glue erasers.
Yes.
At first was to take that glue off.
Yeah.
This very rarely tears the card. Maybe once in every 100 times I've had it. And it's only ever on black for some reason.
Okay.
Don't know why. But it doesn't tear through your machine. Yeah. Because it can't, because it's literally so strong. It has to be cut off. That's why we give you a decent, solid dispenser.
This is the thing, so you can't tear it, but it actually just, it goes so easily because that dispenser is made for the job.
Yeah, it's perfectly made. But look.
It's just
you can't.
Crazy strong
and we get
tape.
fed up with that. But there's things like this. I mean, this has been stuck in 5 different places since first thing this morning.
Yep. Yep.
So I'm actually burnishing that on.
Yeah.
That will stick, but it will not tear David's beautiful wallpaper.
Love it.
Because he would go mad. I've got to be confident because he would kill me if I ripped something off that.
And breathe.
Yes.
Right, so we're going to go back to shop frame, aren't we, John, for the demo?
Yep.
Okay, so this is the bundle that we've launched today, and over 40% of it is now in allocation. So, John, take it away.
Right, so I'm just going to do the simple frame to show you, just to show you how easy these are.
Okay.
I know we did this first, but then I'm going to show you something different. So I'm just going to put that on. One bit of tape. This is the difference to me with a frame maker, because I'm not having to take a 5-inch, because this is exactly 5 inches. That's the whole idea of it, that the sizing's done for you. So you've got a 5-inch there, and you've got a 4 1/4-inch square in the middle.
Yeah.
And all I have to do is tape it down once, put it down, board on. Every single die fits through an A5 die cutting machine.
Amazing.
So you don't need an A4 machine.
Yep.
Let's move him out of the way.
But I love the fact that the dies are actually connected together with the bars. So it is one die, but it's just going to create the perfect cut for you.
Yeah, so that's done.
So, and that is never going to skew a little bit. You're never going to have it slightly off.
It's not going to go off.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a different size. It's not going to change in size. And of course, then you've got your inserts. So we can put our inserts and drop those just in. So we did that this morning. So watch back and show that, although it's on the video. And they fit in exactly to give us that detailed frame we were looking at, so that I can make a frame like that. And I can even, if you notice, can you see how that's different colours?
I was going to say that, yeah.
Because all you have to do, because they're all the same, is cut that in 2 colours and cut up the line.
Yes, because it does actually, it slightly embosses that line.
Slightly embosses that line really slightly on there, so you can see it to change colours and things. But it's just, there's such a useful thing to have.
Yeah.
And it's one of those people have said to me, I'd have this forever. If I
honestly,
could.
John, I am getting
I'd have that
so
for
many
every
comments
size.
on that. So we've got, so Nicola has replied to Leslie, who said that the dies are a game changer earlier. She said, same here, worth every penny, a go-to die that I use for everything. And then she said, another fabulous flower to add to my collection, and that's on the Zora.
Zora flower, yes.
Yeah. Wendy has your box frame sets. When you first launched them, they're a game changer.
So, I remember those. Yeah, they were sort of in the 100s, I think.
And then somebody else has commented, it should be called game changers.
Yes. Oh, I like that. Maybe that's what I need to do for next year.
Maybe, yeah.
2026 needs to be called the Game Changer Collection.
Yes, definitely. So Karen loves the frames. Bought them she bought the first set when they came out before. So that was the one that's now all allocated.
So, what I'm doing now is, the die includes a square.
Okay.
And the reason is, and the square's been measured, and this, as bizarre as it sounds, the square is 4 inches square. Because I do everything mathematically correct. I've got this thing in my head that we make cards on 5-inch, 6-inch, 7-inch and 8-inch card blanks.
We do.
So why our dies don't match the card blanks that we use, I've never understood.
Yeah.
Which is why I designed the first ever range of mathematically correct nesting dies.
Yes, absolutely. So, John, we do have a question that's coming from Carol Crocker.
Hello, Carol.
It's not actually related to a product on the show. It's about your glitter pens.
Yes.
She says she's having difficulty squeezing the pens. We've asked if she's removed the yellow circle, and then she's just come back and said she's tried with one. She wasn't sure she was doing it was the correct thing to do. It still took the strength of Goliath to start the flow, so she thinks she may be doing something wrong. So shall I ask her to email us and we'll forward it on to you?
Forward it on to me, and then I'll reply directly to you myself on the email.
Carol, email us on help@highlightcrafts.com and we'll pass your email to John and he'll come back to you on that one. So question, can you use the card in a Cricut machine? I would have thought yes.
Yes. Yeah. We actually test it. We test all our dies. It says on the packaging, tested in all leading die cutting machines. So we have one of nearly every machine at home.
Brilliant.
So we test all of the dies on that, but at home we have a scan and cut, but we do also have a Cricut maker, and we test the card on both of those.
Yep.
Because I don't think it's fair to say it works in them if you haven't tried at least more than one machine.
Agree,
so
I agree
yes,
with
it definitely works in the Cricut because we've tried it in the Cricut.
Brilliant.
That's what Sam had first. Then he decided he needed to do more, and then we bought
and
the
then
scanner.
You needed the scanner, yes.
Yeah, so to be fair, that the first machine doesn't get used anywhere near as much as the second one does. But that allows you to give it a perfect offset frame, that square. So you can see here on my board, that's exactly 4 inches. And that fits exactly round. So you get the perfect
I
mat
like that idea, John.
for it.
I love that. Yeah.
And you could, of course, just cut a piece of card to 5 inches
Yeah.
and cut that in the middle to offset it. It's easy enough to do.
Yeah.
But it means you've got another layer in the die. So
Okay.
I wanted to show you now, if I can, the centre. That's something a little bit different. Where are we? So I grab a square card. And what I'm cutting all of this card to, that I'm using on this one, is 4.5 inches, just because it's easier. And again, please, and I would say this thing, even if you're not using our tape your dies down.
Yes.
It makes such a difference. Taping your die down will get it in the right place.
Yes.
Even when if you are one of those people who loves to use your magnetic shim in a machine,
it can still just nudge just a
it
fraction.
will still
and if it
nudge
does,
because your card will move.
Yeah.
So tape your card to your die
Yeah.
and then move it.
And once you see that it's skewed, you can't unsee it, can you?
No.
Andrew, Pam Avis is asking if we can let her know the answer to the question that Jane Kershaw asked earlier, but I can't see Jane's question.
I can't find it.
Okay, so Pam, if you could let us know what that question is, we'll ask it for you. And then let's have a look. Oh yes, Susan Clamp's never watched The Traitors. Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
No, I've never watched The Traitors.
Kathy Fortune has not watched Wallace and Gromit or Game of Thrones. Oh, Karen, interesting. Karen Halbert's never seen any Matrix films.
Oh, I've seen the first
I feel like
3.
I've seen the first 2 or 3, but
I would have thought that would have been your generation.
I don't know how many more there are after the first 2 or 3.
There's the first
was
3, and then
always
didn't they
that.
do another one? Wasn't the Revolutions? There's 4, yeah. I
4,
thought Andrew would know that
Andrew will
one.
know that, yeah, definitely. Carol Bignall's never watched Wallace and Gromit. Carol.
There's obviously a
homework
group of
sorted.
people who've missed that. I'm going to have to watch it
And only
tonight,
the first
aren't
Harry
I?
Potter or Game of Thrones. Ruth's not watched Harry Potter or Traitors. Tracy's never seen any Star Wars films.
Oh, that's the show. We were talking about that. There was a
I think
there was
you
a
guys are all
radio
gonna be
show.
banished from Andrew's shows
Yeah,
that he's dealing with in
I can't
future.
believe I've never seen Star Wars. It's
Now, see, Karen says she loves Harry Potter. You just have to start it because once you've started, you'll love it.
I started with the books and have read the lot.
No one's put Lord of the Rings yet.
Yeah, nobody's put Lord of the Rings yet. I've not watched that.
The Hobbit can go.
I've never watched The Hobbit.
Yeah, don't.
I watched The Lord of the Rings, but I'd read the book years ago when I was a kid, and I much preferred the book.
Somebody's
To be
never
honest,
seen
but
Grinch.
depends on what you've done. So you get that beautiful centre.
Right, now, Kathy Fortune says she's had one of these glue erasers for years and it's not that different shape yet. So she's still working through hers.
Well, a couple of people always ask, how do you clean them? And this is how you clean them. You literally cut the mucky bits off.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, that's how they work. So you're not going to be able to you don't wash it or anything else. They don't rub off like they do with normal erasers.
Yep.
But you basically just trim, and it's not sticky or anything inside.
No, it's not
the
sticky.
same.
No.
You'd think, it's going to be sticky inside. It's literally, but they're so good. If you see here, I've got a little mark from the plates on there. It might not come through. I find them absolutely invaluable for getting bits of fluff and bits of marks off white card.
Yeah.
And that's what I tend to use
absolutely.
more than anything.
And Leslie's just left a lovely comment. She says, I would buy this set just for the centre bit as it is so versatile. I'm guessing that is that stripe
This is the
bit.
centre bit.
I
This is
love
the
that
stripe.
bit, John. No, there was a sample. I'm going to grab that sample. Just bear with me 1 second. Where it's actually being used to crisscross and create a beautiful, beautiful pattern. And there, you can see here on this one. Love that sample.
That's the packaging sample that
Is
I
it
did. So that's the
really?
first card I made with them when they arrived.
I just think it's really, really striking
and
because it shows you all the versatility of this collection. It's beautiful.
That's waste to me.
Exactly.
Because what I did was, I've done this here. So I've cut it in one of the colours of red from the pack, and then I've cut it in the pink. But there's lots of different ways you can use this centre. So what you can do is rotate it 45 degrees, and you get the lattice.
Just, I love it. Absolutely love it.
What you can also do is offset it like that.
Nice.
So you get, and what you'll find is, this is how boring I
I was just
am.
going to say, I bet you could get a third one in there.
You get a third one in, and 3 will fit. Exactly.
You really do all the mathematics
I do.
behind everything,
That's
don't
actually,
you?
if you fill that, that's actually flat to the board.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
Amazing.
that looks to me such a complex
Love it.
background,
Yeah.
and yet it's not. It's really simple. Or, again, you can offset on the stitch line and rotate. So you get a double colour.
Yep.
And I
Almost
do the
give you
same with the other one.
It's almost giving you a shadow without having the depth to the card, so it's easy to post, isn't it?
Exactly.
We have had a question from Patricia. She said, please could you show the cut-out Zora flowers close up?
Yes.
Now, we have got loads of these here, Patricia, so we'll get those out for you now.
So, your Zora flower, it almost looks as if I've taken a collection of teaspoons and put them together and circled them.
It does. It does.
Yeah, there's no point, there's no point in me pretending, saying, oh no, it doesn't, it is. So those are the different shapes. You've got some of those have obviously already been shaped, but we can, of course, double them up or triple them up like that. So you've got 3
Oh, that's a pretty one that
shapes.
you've done there.
When we change the colours, they just work so well. But then, of course, you get the little ones, and you get even the tiny ones in there. So everything's in. That's one of our Leslie's.
And then you can see there that these are so full and so. These flowers are just so like. I feel like I want to say sumptuous on this particular card.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Really luxurious. And you've got so much depth in there, but they are simple die cuts that have been layered together. This is absolutely my kind of die, this one, John. It is absolutely stunning.
There is, if I can nip round, show you
Yeah,
another
absolutely,
one of this one. This is the one I did for the packaging on this one. So can you work out how I did that flower? With the yellow, but with the rim of white.
You left it in the die, and then you inked through the die.
Yes, because they've all been designed so that on the back you can ink through, and it will give you a different shape of centre. So it's not just a blob, it's a different centre, and it will give you just the petal coloured, but even done on the small ones as well. So if you can see there, if you zoom into some of the tiny ones, it just gives you the yellow centre. But those, it gives you the yellow centre and the little yellow leaves. And on the larger ones. So there's so many different options and things you can do with the Zora flower.
Yeah, that is such a versatile, usable die. Right, back to the demo, John.
Right, so what I've done is I've cut that white one out.
Nicola's trying to sit on her hands. She says she does it every time you bring out a new flower. Then her hands get numb and everything ends up dropping into a basket.
Yeah, I'm bad for that.
I mean, that's terrible when that happens, isn't it, Nicola?
Yeah, we're all exactly the same. That's the problem with being a crafter. And I've just stuck it down to a piece of double-sided adhesive. Yeah?
Okay.
Because I love the idea of, like I say, I hate waste. I love
double-sided adhesive, of course,
the 2 for idea. So
perfect.
I've cut here the pack you're going to get with the one with the frames bundle, the 4 colours.
Yep.
Okay, so I've cut the 4 colours. So I've already dropped in this sort of orangey red.
Yep.
Yeah. So the next colour from that is the pinky red. So I would just take my machine.
Okay.
And I've cut these squares to 4 inches. Okay. Because I can use them. Because this is what we're going to cross over to make the lattice for the next one.
Right, okay, I see.
So I want the waist. So I'm just going to take that, pop it down. Because I'm just popping a shim on because my machine is not that stable on here. So it's starting to open up a little bit. I love that with manual machines when they start to...
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Over a while.
Yes, I'm pretty sure your machine, that one, has had a lot of love over
the years. Oh, it has had a
John.
lot of love over the years. It's probably 4 years old now. But then there's my piece.
Yep.
But these are my waste pieces. So all I'm going to do is, and I designed the die, and again, there's a video of this, so don't worry. But I designed this die so that there's 12 stripes.
Okay. Nice
so that
even
you get
numbers.
3 each of 4 colours in there. So I've gone 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. So number 4 will fit. But you see, this is why I love the two-in-one.
Yeah.
Because all I've done is...
See, in my head, then you were picking that up with the...
Poke tool. No, because I've just turned it, literally turned it round. It's that quick. And it picks it up.
Yeah. You're not chasing it around the table to get it.
So easy. And of course, if it's in the wrong place, or if I need to put it in, I can just, you know, I just have a habit of always leaving one cap on.
Yep.
So there's my 3.
Yep.
Then I would cut it in the next colour and the next colour.
Yep.
Until I get the finished ombre.
Beautiful.
But that couldn't genuinely be, to me, any easier.
And it's actually a really subtle colour change, isn't it? Which shows you how well toned those card colours are in that kit that you're getting.
It shows you how they work together, because you look at it like that and you might go, ooh, I wouldn't go, that's not a colour, you know, I wouldn't go down that. Trust me, we've done that we've done that right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because then when you see them cut together, how beautifully those 4 colours go together.
Yeah.
And that was the whole idea. So, of course, I would then have my 4 pieces of waste, or that are not my waste. So we'd use that. And as I said, I would simply rotate round and give myself that lattice.
Yes.
So I could have that lattice, pop that on a piece of white, which really makes it pop. And it's all coconut white I'm using.
Yep.
Then take the red frame that I made. And that then frames that together.
Yeah. And somebody's actually said that with the waste, so Wendy said, with the waste from the die cut strips, you could use this for iris folding.
Oh, you could?
So Sarah has asked for the code for the flowers on their own. That is Shop Zora, or Zora, that is Zora. And then...
so we can go as simple as that.
Yeah.
Or, because that's all flat, and it looks so 3D.
Yes.
But it's flat. Or we can bring the pattern in.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
And we can drop that. So all I'm going to do is, I've put a little bit of foam tape on the back, because for speed. But I can then take it away, frame that, and we know that's going to give me the exact border, because it was designed to do so.
Yep.
I'm going to turn that over. I'm just going to use a little bit of my normal PVA Craft Artist glue.
I love that you've got these little, the corners overhanging the notches. I think that's such a really cute little touch on this one, John.
Well, if you want to go with that, it gives you a different option.
Yeah.
So it gives you a completely different feel.
Yeah.
So I can go with that. I'm then going to do exactly the same with the sort of orangey red, because red goes into so many different colours. Put that down.
I'm loving the comment section on this one. So Nicola said she loves how this format is so interactive compared to the old format, and so much more relaxed to view, much more appealing to watch. Thank you so much, Nicola. That's
thank you, Nicola. We actually really appreciate that.
We do appreciate that, and it's so much fun for us as well. And then Kathy said it's such a real format, not slick, much more enjoyable being so interactive. And whoever's on comments from our perspective has said, so Andrew has said, we tried to redefine the parameters of a slick show, and slick is in inverted commas. Because if you're looking for slick, we are not the place to be. If you're looking for interactive, engaging, fun, inspiring, that's the live shopping is
and
where
a
you want
place
to
where
be.
everybody is a crafter.
Everybody is a crafter.
And everybody is, genuinely.
Yes.
There aren't, you know, people, there's not people employed just to stand there and do that bit. You're crafters.
Absolutely,
You're people involved in all of this. But if you see there, like you said, you love that one.
Yeah.
So is it something you can...
Just this little bit of red just popping out
but if you don't like that, it's actually super easy to get rid of, because all you do is take your scissors and slide them under.
Okay.
So you don't have to have everything. But is there something you want to cover, and then we'll add some flowers onto this one?
I just want to do a quick recap of all the products on the show, and then we should have time for another quick demo. Cool. Yeah? Okay, so I'm just going to walk down here. Hello?
Yeah.
Come with me. Let's go back to the beginning. So where it all started with this show today. So this is Shop Frame. So you're going to get the whole new collection that has launched today. John has very, very kindly given us the launch here at Live Shop in VIP. So Shop Frame will get you all 3 die sets that you're looking at the moment and the cardstock into your basket for £46.96, saving you £4 today. You can get the dies individually. So the vines is Shop Vine. The notched circles frame, a lot of people wanting that one on its own, is Shop Circles. And the flower plate on its own is Shop Zora. That is a stunning, stunning die, that one. But you can get the dies in, as a bundle without the cardstock. If you don't want to use the red cardstock or you can't quite stretch to it, Shop Leaves is going to get you the set of 3 dies on their own. You can also get the cardstock on its own, which is Shop Red, if you're really wanting to go to town and you want to double up on that as well. So next we don't have the Shop Square anymore. We have the, let me have a look. So we have the Deco frame. So we have the Shop Deco.
Limited stock.
Very limited stock on that one. We have Shop Celtic, which is this one here. Absolutely beautiful. So the Deco one is £19.99. The Celtic is £17.99. And the Shop Georgian, which is that gorgeous one at the front, is £14.99. Shop Georgian for that one. Absolutely beautiful. This was the first of the smaller sets of the frame maker dies that John brought out back in September. This is all the stock that there is left of this one, and when it's gone, it's gone. John said that himself today. We've also got the coconut white cardstock on, which is what you've just seen John using in his demonstration. It's beautiful, beautiful warm white. Absolutely stunning texture on here, just a little bit of a linen texture. It's perfect for every project, but I would use this for wedding invitations and party invitations, but also for your card bases. Cut your dies out of it. If you cut those flowers out of it and ink them, you'll get some beautiful, beautiful texture on there as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Shop Coconut for that one. Shop Tool will get you the 4-in-1 tool, which you've seen John using all the way through his demonstrations, and also the glue eraser, which is invaluable, and it's for much more than glue as well. So that will take the bits off your card if you've got marked from your die cutting machine plates and things like that. We've also got Shop Glue, which will get you the roll of the low-tack tape in the dispenser, which is 30 metres, and another 30-metre roll. Now remember, that is reusable up to 50 times. You only need a small amount of it, and you're not going to tear it. It's not going to leave bits all over your cardstock. You're going to reuse that so much. That is going to pretty much last you forever, John.
It is, yeah. I know people who bought one of those and a spare over 2 years ago when we first launched it and are not onto their spare yet.
I can imagine, yeah, absolutely.
But the fear of running out, I have FOMO with craft products.
Absolutely.
I have I fear of running out, so I call it FORO.
FORO.
So I have FORO, and I even have a FORO drawer that's got one of every extra tool packaged in there hidden, just in case I lose one or break one. FORO drawer is brilliant. FORO drawer, okay. Yeah, when Paola came to my house, that's the one thing she said, show me your FORO drawer. And I pulled it out, she went, oh, it's real. I went, yeah, she's hunting through. Oh, have you? No. Those are my just in case.
Reason. So in Shop Glue, you're also going to get the glue glaze, which is what John recommends for attaching your gems and things like that. And then also you're going to get the 3D glue gel. So you can see that we've got that in here. Absolutely fabulous product. And that is £22.99, which is incredible value for money for such a great collection. The 3D glue gel is actually for your decoupage, it's for your layered projects, but also it's if you want to pop something down and you don't want that quick tack, because the glue glaze has got a very quick tack, hasn't it?
It has, yeah.
Whereas the glue gel will give you a little bit longer to, well, give you, how long does the glue gel take?
It takes about an hour.
I guess it depends how thick you put it down.
Yeah, I usually tend to find it takes about an hour to what I would say go off, which means that I could still pull it off if I want to, but it's kind of stable. Yeah. Yeah. Whereas the glue glaze is literally 30 seconds to a minute. Yeah. So to put that on, say putting it on this card, all I do is put a little bit on the back. But can you see it's already drying in a couple of those leaves I put on first? Yeah. But how easy is that? Watch the stem.
And the thing is, we're not going to say, and it's really warm in the studio, because it's not actually
it's
overly
not.
warm in the studio.
At all.
So that is just drying quick
already
in room temperature.
So I can go like that, get that leaf down, pick that one up, get that leaf down, and we're glued. Now, if you notice there, it is stuck. It's completely glued down. Yep. Yep. It's not going to move. It's not going to come off.
Yep.
And then I would use the glue gel to add my flowers.
Yes. Yeah.
Because these then I can put that on and I can move them. But the other benefit of using glue gel for adding your flowers on, it's not just for your decoupage, is if I did that with normal PVA glue, I couldn't pick that up. It's going to fall off.
Yeah.
No, I can. It's done. Yeah, it's going to be,
Fabulous.
you know what I mean, an hour till I'm happy and
Yeah.
I can start playing around with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
4 to 6 hours until it's really dry, and 24 hours we always say overnight for really thick decoupage.
But whilst it's on there, it's not. Whilst that's still drying, it's not slipping. It's not sliding down the
Nope.
project. It is in position.
It's in position. It's not going to move, and that's what's so good about it as a glue.
Absolutely. So we're getting lots of comments now as we're wrapping up the show, John. Lots of people thanking you for the great demonstrations. Everybody's loving the show. I've just seen one somewhere. Can't believe the hour's nearly gone. Karen says, could watch you all day.
Thank you, Karen. Well, I will be live from home.
Yes.
I do a Craft Cave Live. I've done it for 7 years now, every Wednesday at 7.
Okay.
So just go on to John Next Door official page. We put it on there now.
Yeah, perfect.
So I'll be back day after tomorrow doing a whole live from home all about this stuff.
Oh, amazing.
And some of you might have it by then.
Brilliant. Susan has said, I love watching Highlight Crafts. I've learned a lot as a new crafter. And that's what we love, is that we're getting all these crafty friends in, and we're all learning together. We're learning from each other.
I've learned loads.
But we're learning with you guys as well. So your order isn't secure until you do check out your basket. Now, I'm seeing names on here that I know have checked out. And June Lock, when you rang up earlier, I'm the one you spoke to. So hello. Thank you very much for ringing.
I know that name.
Oh, do you?
If I remember, she's a lovely lady.
She's a very, very lovely lady. Yeah,
Very well spoken.
I had a bit of a chat with her earlier. So yes, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that check out your baskets, because the product is not secure and it's not yours until you check out that basket. You can check out until 8 p.m. tonight. But yeah, I would just check it out as soon as you can, because if these guys are packing orders already, they might actually get onto yours today.
Yes, hopefully.
Why would you
that's
not
what
want to?
Well, that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
They want to get them out the door. They've always tried to be the quickest service that they possibly can.
Yes, absolutely. So yes, thank you very much for joining us, guys. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
I have loved it. I am inspired.
Thank you, Diane. I've loved working with you, but you know I always do.
We're just all friends. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. We'll be back at. When are you back?
I'm back next Monday.
Next Monday, yes.
Yeah, I've got used to it now. I get up at 5 on a Monday morning.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit harsh,
leave the house about 5:45.
Ooh.
And then toddle down here, stop off, get myself some breakfast, have that in the car, then come and unpack. So that's my Monday morning routine. I love it. So Monday morning at 9 o'clock seems to be my slot now.
Yeah, that's it.
So I'll be back on Monday.
Lockers is locked in.
Yeah. Let lockers loose.
So we will see you again at 6 p.m. tonight, but John will see you next Monday. But thank you so much for joining us, everybody. And that's it from us for now.
Yeah, take care, guys. Bye.